You know that feeling when you look at a pile of mess in your home and it feels like, I don't know, like it's more than just stuff? Like it's actually weighing you down? Well, today, we're going to dive into that exact feeling. We're exploring this really deep connection between your living space and your well-being, all through the lens of Feng Shui and traditional Chinese medicine.
Okay, I know, that's a really blunt question, right? But believe it or not, according to the ancient wisdom we're looking at, the answer is a big, fat yes. So let's get right into it and break down exactly how that clutter in your home might be secretly messing with your health and even your wallet.
So this right here is the absolute core of the whole idea. Your house is your body. And look, in traditional Chinese medicine, this isn't just some cute metaphor. They mean it literally. The idea is that your home is a physical extension of you. So whatever's going on in your house, well, that's a direct reflection of what's happening inside your body.
All right, so let's dive into our first section and really unpack this invisible connection, your home, your body. You might be asking, okay, but how does that actually work? Well, it all comes down to this one super important concept that's at the heart of everything.
And that concept is qi. You've probably heard the word, but what is it? Think of qi as your life force, this vital energy that flows through you, through your home, through everything. For you to feel great, healthy, prosperous, all of it, that energy has to flow smoothly, kind of like a clear running stream. So, what happens when you throw a bunch of rocks and junk in that stream?
Okay, this is where the comparison gets really clear. You see all that clutter and junk in your house? Well, in traditional Chinese medicine, that's the outside version of what they call phlegm and blood stasis, which is basically just internal gunk that makes you sick. A blocked hallway? That's like a blocked meridian, one of the energy highways in your body. And that dusty, stagnant air you get from a messy room? Yep, that's a straight line to poor health.
Okay, so we've got the connection down, but what are the real-world consequences? That brings us to part 2. How is clutter actually blocking your life? So here's what's going on. When that life force, that qi, can't flow, it's not like it just disappears. It gets stuck, it stagnates, and it turns into something called dead qi. And when you're living in a space filled with that dead, heavy energy, it's believed to have a real physical impact on your body, especially on your lungs and your heart.
Now, this next idea is so powerful. Let it sink in for a second. Hoarding junk is hoarding poverty. The whole idea is that by holding on to useless stuff, you're physically holding on to what they call poverty qi. And when your space is full of that, there's just no room for new, prosperous, wealthy energy to come in. You're literally clinging to the very thing you want to get rid of.
All right, enough of the why. Let's get to the what to do about it. Because knowing the problem is great, but fixing it is better, right? So let's get super practical. Here are 5 types of things you can get rid of, like right now, to get that good energy flowing again.
So here's our list. Number 1, old medicines and supplements. 2, thorny or spiky plants. 3, old dolls and any taxidermy. 4, broken dishes and mirrors. And 5, misplaced water features. I know, some of these make sense, but others, you might be raising an eyebrow. Let's talk about why.
So here's the logic behind it all. Those old medicines, they're basically a constant reminder to your subconscious that you're sick. Thorny plants, they create something called sha qi, which is like an attacking, aggressive energy in your home. Old dolls and taxidermy, yeah, they carry a very stagnant yin or lifeless energy. Broken stuff, it literally represents a broken fortune. And misplaced water can create what's known as damp evil, which is just really bad for your health.
Okay, let's zoom in on what might be the single most important room in your entire house when it comes to your health and wealth. And that is your bedroom. I mean, think about it. This isn't just where you crash for the night. It's where you're supposed to recharge your entire being. So if that space is a cluttered mess, you've got a big problem. A messy bedroom breaks your fortune. It's so direct, isn't it? Just think, the energy in that room is supposed to be calm, restorative, and peaceful. But when it's messy, that energy becomes chaotic and stressful. And that chaos is believed to directly mess with your ability to think straight, to make smart moves, and to just have the raw energy you need to get ahead in life.
So what are the big no-nos for the bedroom? Well, for starters, fish tanks. They bring in that damp evil we talked about, which isn't great for your kidneys or joints. Broken or pieced together mirrors, they're thought to cut the spirit, reflecting a fractured energy right back at you while you sleep. A work desk covered in bills, that's just pure fire energy, stress, which totally disrupts your rest. And this one might surprise you. Even portraits or statues with staring eyes can keep your subconscious on high alert, so you never get that truly deep sleep.
So, after all that, what should be in your bedroom? The answer is beautifully simple. A comfy bed, some warm, gentle lighting, and, if you have one, the embrace of a loved one. That's it. It's supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to recharge your spirit, not a storeroom or your home office.
So where does this all leave us? Well, in our final section, we're going to reframe this whole idea of decluttering. It's not a chore you have to do. It's actually a powerful form of self-healing. It's one of the best acts of self-care you can perform.
Honestly, if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Clearing your home is clearing toxins from your body, because your house is your body. So when you physically clean out all that junk, all that clutter, all that stagnant energy from your space, you are literally doing the same thing for your own physical self. They're not two separate things, it's one and the same act.
You've probably heard this famous saying, if the old doesn't go, the new can't come. And that's really the final piece of the puzzle. You just can't expect new things, new opportunities, better health, more wealth to come into your life if there's literally no room for them. You have to consciously let go of that old stagnant energy to make space for all the good stuff to come rushing in.
So I'm going to leave you with a question. A challenge, really. After everything we've talked about today, from dead chi to why you shouldn't have a broken mirror, what's one piece of stale energy, just one old thing, one pile of clutter, that you're going to clear out of your home and out of your body today?